Welcome to another episode of Captain Handlebar. Today we're doing record store reviews. Last week I was in Boulder, Colorado, and I went to a couple of record stores. One was Absolute Vinyl, and the other one was Bart's Record Shop. Both within like a 2-mile radius of each other. So Absolute Records was the first one that we went into, and of course right when we walk in, the guy says, hey, he didn't really say much. And we just went through, the normal looking through records, trying to find anything. But while we were there was this other lady there, and she was really interested in the record that they had playing, because most of the time when you go into a record store, they play an album or whatnot. Anyway, this lady asked the guy, the store owner or whatever, what was on, and he's like, oh, well, that's from my personal collection. It's from Germany and it's not for sale. She's like, oh man, that's a bummer, because I would totally buy that. I kind of just rolled my eyes at that, because why on earth would you play a record that's not for sale? You know that someone's going to like the music, and you just lost the sale. In fact, as soon as he said it's not for sale, I said something like, well, everything's got a price. And he kind of rolled his eyes and said, well, yeah, but I'd take a couple $100 for it, which was a stupid thing to say. Why on earth would you say that? Anyway, the lady was kind of pissed off at that moment, and she walked out. I kept looking around. I was looking for Bowie and Iggy Pop, and he didn't really have anything, so I bailed. I rolled my eyes. I was basically like Absolute Vinyl my butt. I mean, come on, you were kind of a butthead. You're in there to make business. That's your job. If it's your store, then you're losing money when no one buys anything. You're losing money when no one buys anything. So I left. Looked up on Yelp, tried to find another record store, and 2 miles away was Bart's Record Shop. Now, Bart's Record Shop, right when we walked in, the guy said, hey, how's it going? Can I help you look for anything? And I just sort of said, nah, just sort of browsing around. So was there for probably 15-20 minutes. Everything was labeled nice. Anything that you could think of, you could find. Right when I walked in the door, they had Jack White's acoustic album. They had a whole shelf dedicated to Jack White, a whole shelf dedicated to Wilco, and just a ton of albums. So I was going through the soundtrack bin, and I found Across the Universe. It was just released in April for Record Store Day. They printed 4,000 copies, and this one is 927, so it's a pretty low number. I was happy, I was excited, because I love this movie. Then of course we're going around checking out like the hard rock and stuff, and my son who's 15, we just saw Rob Zombie about a month ago. So he really wanted to get a Rob Zombie album, and they had Rob Zombie's Spook Show International Live. It's a picture disc. It comes with 2 discs. It's an awesome album, and he wanted to relive the memories of seeing Rob Zombie. So my oldest son actually picked this one up. It was only $26, which is pretty good for a picture disc. And then I don't have that many punk albums. I don't have the Clash. I don't have the Ramones. I don't have the Sex Pistols. So I was looking through all of them, trying to find like a good copy. I really want to get the original printing, the original pressing, but they're hard to come by or they're expensive. So going through them, I decided to pick up Nevermind the Bullocks Sex Pistols album. Never listened to the whole album all the way through until a couple of days ago, and it's really good. I mean, it's one of those like kind of kick-ass punk albums. So yeah, I had to pick that one up. That was only like $20. But yeah, never mind the Bullocks. So anyway, like, what do you look forward to when you walk into a record store? What do you look at? My thing is customer service, if the guy's offering to help, and also like, if they're playing something that you want to get on their record player, do they have it? That was another thing with Bart's Record Shop, is the guy was playing, actually I think he was training somebody. And he said, only put on what we have in stock. If we don't have it, don't put on your own personal copy, because chances are someone's going to listen to that, whether it's, I don't know, the 100th person of the day walking through, he might be interested in it. So it was kind of funny. We walk into one record store, the guy's playing an album that he doesn't have, and it's hard to get apparently. And the second record store we go into, is a guy telling his worker the absolute opposite of what this guy did, play something that we have. So what do you look for in a record store? What kind of vinyls do you look for? What kind of customer service do you look for? Let me know in the comments below if you liked the video, like it, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll be coming out with more videos. I know I kind of went through a 2-week hiatus, doing a lot of travel and whatnot, work, travel, family, that kind of stuff. But I'll be coming out with more videos. Thanks for watching, and again, this is Captain Handlebar. Like and share and subscribe, and I will see you later, and keep spinning.